Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Justin Anderson here, coming at you again with some more finance, literacy, education. I'm really just trying to tell my story and what I've experienced through my financial education. Today, I want to discuss a little bit about the two trading platforms, the two stock market platforms that I have used and that I'm currently trying to understand better and get a better foundation of understanding how the market trends are working and learning more about the stock market itself. Today we will be discussing Robinhood as well as Webull. I'm very new to Webull. I've been on the platform for about a month and I haven't got too much into it, but I still want to express just how I've what my experiences are with it so far, and some pros and cons I can see with both of them. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so as we can see, looking over at Robinhood first, I'm going to look just at my portfolio and where I'm currently sitting and just kind of talk about what I enjoy the most out of this platform and what I don't. October 2018, I got started with Robinhood. And so we can look at my portfolio, right now being, early March 2021, the stock market's doing some things, it's this great collapse. It's been 1 day, it's been 2 days. It's not too bad. It'll level off. It's not, it doesn't change things too much. I'm not really going to change many of my positions for this collapse in general. Now, say I had sold some things and I had some more cash, just kind of, more buying power, as you can see on the screen, then I might have been taken advantage, because the way I see it is it's more of a buying opportunity. These stocks are going on sale. That's just how I see things. But getting started, so we'll go right into Ford. Benefits is it's very simple. You can see everything you really want to see right off the bat. And the iPhone app, or the mobile app versus the desktop browser, it definitely shows different things and it's structured slightly different. So on my mobile phone, it won't show me necessarily, my cost, but it will show me my market value. And it doesn't show my average cost to me. It'll show based on the market value what my average cost per share is. But a few other things just in here, as you can see how the stock is done, given this little graph. It does show, a hold rating, buy, sell as well. And it actually shows more down below. Say you're just trying to get into something, you want to research the company, do your due diligence. It doesn't show all that much, and I really wish it would show a little bit more. For instance, a PE ratio and some of those other things that I feel like are necessary to actually be able to see. But yeah, it does show a dividend price or a dividend yield on here. For me, I really enjoy seeing that, except the fact that Ford's dividend yield is much lower than it typically is because they took a year off. So I'm really hoping they come back and pay us a nice sized dividend. The stock price from where it was just a year ago is up 67%. That's great. That's wonderful. Even the dip we saw, looking at it, we can see, a 52-week low, the low today, the open price, high today, 52-week high, and then the average and the current volume that the stock is currently trading at. It'll give us a little bit of news about the company, or just things that the company has been mentioned in with some news. And we get into the analyst rating, kind of saying, okay, where do we believe the stock's going? And of the 18 analysts on here, we can see, okay, 33% say it's a buy. They believe it's undervalued and you should continue adding to your position. 6% say it's overvalued and you should probably just sell. I can't say I'm going to keep holding it, because for me, this one's more of a dividend stock. So, I want to get those quarterly distributions back to me, make some more money, reinvest, and keep growing my portfolio that way. It does also show, what the bulls say and what the bears say. Bull market, everybody's going up, everything's going up, it's all positive. Bears, okay, everything's down. Where should we be as conservative as possible? Then it will show a quick earnings. Obviously, we can see just from their earnings. Obviously, we can see from their earnings how the stock is done versus how it was estimated to do. So it's not doing too good. It's not doing too bad. It's doing pretty well. Additionally, you can go down and see history of just things that I've done. I'm not gonna show everything. It's not needed. And then what people also own. And it kind of goes into the fact that, okay, obviously these aren't suggestions for you to buy, but people on the app also hold these positions. The other platform that I'm going to be talking about today is Webull. So for me, I've just gotten into a position with Webull. I just opened my brokerage account. I'm playing around. I put $100 in there. Really, I was looking, okay, how can I get some free money? And they were like, and they had a promotion going. You sign up, you get, what was it? I think it was 2 stocks free when you sign up. And then once you deposit $100, you get an additional 2 stocks. For me, I sold all 4 of those stocks and made about, right away, I think I made about, I don't know, maybe $30 on all those stocks put together. So it wasn't too lucrative, but hey, it was free money, right? And that's really, what I was looking for. So looking right away, okay, so I put $100 in. I initially bought Sundial Growers because I thought that the stock was going up, and turns out I was right. It went up. I sold it just a few days later, capital gains, but when it was, like a couple dollars, I'm not too worried about that. If it starts getting into too much, that's why I typically try to buy and hold for a solid year, 366 days, because buying and selling any sooner than that, you have more taxes that goes into it. So right off the bat, we can see that there's a lot more going on the screen. There's a lot more, just everything's happening. So we can look at my watch list. So currently I have it just based on my positions. It shows all those numbers and more that you had to actually select a stock and go into the stock and look for it, versus here you can add it to a watch list and see, there's four just right there, and there's a good amount of space left. I can, what about, yeah. But you can see, you're going to be able to see just a lot more, information on a single screen, whereas with Robinhood, you had to click on each individual stock just to see what was going on with it. So if we click on a specific stock, we can see that I have the watch list off to the left-hand side over here. And then it'll show, just what it's been doing. And this is about 6 months of time. And you can change that for, many, many different things. Obviously, the stock hasn't been trading for all that much time. If we want to see something, we can compare it to the same stock that we were just looking at. This is going back to 1973, I think. 72. That's when they listed, huh? It's kind of cool. But so we can see, just the full history of this stock and how it's done. And I mean, it's pretty good. They hit a nice peak. That's some good drops. It's not, it's good. I like it. I really enjoy, being able to see this much information about a position. And then up here you can see quotes. You can also go in and see, options trading, what's currently being bought and sold, and just all sorts of different things. And these aren't things that I necessarily know all that much about, but I'm still trying to learn, still trying to better myself, and learn and understand what's really going on, and how I can learn and understand, a lot more about, what I should be looking for and how I should be going about finding these things. I actually have this little thing smushed in here, but you can see currently what's trying to be bought, what's trying to be sold, and the price targets that people are asking and trying to do, and seeing the actual amount of stocks that are changing hands at the moment. Another interesting thing with Webull is they give you 3 day trades a day. So you can buy and sell a stock in a single day up to 3 times. Maybe not the same stock, but you can still buy and sell a stock 3 times. So right down here under the buy button, you can see it says day trade left. I don't day trade. I typically I don't even think I've used it yet. I think the closest I got was that 3 day mark between when I bought and sold Sundial. But yeah, and then you can see it also provides you with a good list of news, everything kind of going on for the last couple of days, and it'll keep going depending on how far back you want to look. It'll show their financials and just kind of see. So based on Q4 of 2020, you can see what, year over year, what their revenue was. And obviously 2020 was a weird year. It's not a typical year with, an entire economy shut down. But hey, it is what it is, right? Analysts, 65% of the analysts say it's a hole. Say it shouldn't be moving too much. They want to, they've probably noticed there's something in the news saying, okay, we don't know where this stock is going to go, so we can't, identify whether or not, okay, we should just get out, take our money. Also, due to the fact that they're not paying a dividend right now, it's kind of an interesting time where you're like, okay, I may own a lot of, I might have a good amount of value in this stock, but it's not returning the value that I had, initially planned on it. For me, I don't think that's too bad. I figure the dividend for Ford will probably return, right around Q2 earnings, and it'll start to pick up again and be just fine. But yeah, and then we can kind of just see some additional things about the stock and other positions that you may not, that you don't see with Robinhood. And I know there's still other stocks and other platforms out there that I don't use and I haven't played with. I've heard good things about a few of them, but I just haven't looked into any of those other ones, such as Fidelity, or that's the first one that comes to my head. But yeah, thanks again for watching. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video. But until next time.